Well, here with Rob Trudo, now one of the senior captains and starting offensive linemen. And Rob, we always got to start with the quarterbacks first. How important was it to have Eric Dungey back leading the way for you guys last week?
I felt good to have him back out there. Him and Zach, they're both ready to go. Anytime you can have two guys like that, two competitors like that behind the huddle, leading the offense, you feel good about it. It was nice to have Dungey back out there in the field with us. And, love the kid. So.
I think we've seen this from you guys, regardless of quarterback. A couple of slow starts on offense this season, then you guys really picked it up later in the game. What has gone into that? How do you get it right, and how can you get it right sooner?
Yeah, I think it's a lot like I played a lot of football, and when you go out there, you try to get a feel for the opponent, and that's a lot of we got a young team, and that was a lot of the guys' first time traveling in USF, and it was the heat and all this other stuff, but none of that stuff matters. At the end of the day, you got to go out there and you got to be the hammer and not the nail, especially from snap number 1 to snap number 100. I think they're understanding that, and we should be ready to go quicker. No.
As a senior, is it easy to forget with all these young guys that they haven't been through the road trips and all this stuff like you have time and time again?
Yeah, I mean, because like I said, these guys are different. They feel like they've been here forever, and it's like their first year. So I forgot about it, to be honest with you. I forgot it was Eric's first trip down there, Jordan's first trip down there, and all those guys on defense. And I was like, well, look, in hindsight, I was like, yeah, well, that was the first trip. But I mean, just that speaks a lot about them and the kind of players they are.
How about some of these young weapons on offense, especially Jordan Fredericks up to the top spot on the running back line this week? How has he stood out from the group here so far this season?
Just going out there and playing football. Same game he's been playing since he was 8 years old, and he made the play he made against the USF in our red zone. That was one of the best plays I've seen, like blocking. So, I mean, he got a special talent for making big plays, and I'm glad he's on our team. So.
Almost got yourself watching when you seen that going on ahead of you toward the end zone?
I did. I looked up, and I seen a player coming, and he made that spin move. And I'm like, wow. And then I just started running toward the end zone because I knew he was scoring a touchdown. So.
You certainly did, and you guys were getting back in the game at that point. And now for yourself, you saw it this week from the right guard spot. Started the year at center. Obviously, your career began at right guard. What was the switch like for you? One, to center, and now back to the spot you know so well.
I mean, in the off seasons, I practice left guard, right guard, center. It's just to keep me on the field, whatever I could do for the team. And yeah, it was a little switch. The snapping thing was got more experience with it this year going to center, especially in shotgun every play. So I think that was the biggest thing. But like the footwork and it's all the same techniques really on the inside.
How much does it help out the line at large? The one game you missed when you were hurt allowed sort of Jason Emmerich to show what he could do at center, and when he proved himself, I guess that allowed you to slide back to guard.
Yeah, I mean, Emmerich's done a great job stepping in there, center stepping up. Moving back at guard, that's what the coaches thought was best. Like I said, I have trust in anybody that the coaches put out there in the field because I know this team, and I know deep down inside everyone's a competitor, everyone wants to win just as bad as I do. So that being said, if I wasn't out there in the start five and somebody else was, I'm cool with it. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you just want to win ball games.
All right, Rob, lastly, let's talk about this Virginia game this week. It's one, important because it's a conference game, but two, kind of weird because you've never played them before. How do you balance that? It's new, but at the same time part of the league you're in.
I mean, just their teams. And Virginia's I think they're really talented on defense. They got a lot of athletes, like Eric said. I think number 3, their safety, he's the best safety I've seen play. No offense to Shamarko if he's listening to this, but yeah, and they got a real good defensive line. Dean, number 55, so number 9, 34. All those guys get after 43. I don't want to miss anybody. The 2 linebackers, they're good players all around. So it'll be a tough challenge, but we're up for it. So.
All right, Rob, as long as you're pushing all those guys out of the way this week, I think Syracuse will be in good shape.
Yeah.